I get to spend the rest of my life with him, and he loves my kids.
Lauren's kids.
Before she became one half of the world's most powerful couple, before she was flying helicopters, mingling with billionaires, and landing on super yachts in Capri, Lauren Sánchez had a love life that Hollywood tabloids whispered about for years. But behind the paparazzi flashes and glamorous headlines were men.x-lovers, partners, and husbands, who all walked away with very different versions of who Lauren really is. Some say she's magnetic, others claim she's manipulative, but all agree she left a mark, and today, we're uncovering exactly what Lauren Sanchez's exes have said about her. Lauren Sánchez was never destined to be just someone's girlfriend. From the very beginning, she had ambition written into her DNA. Born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Sánchez climbed from humble beginnings to the flashing lights of Los Angeles. An Emmy-winning news anchor, entertainment reporter, and licensed helicopter pilot, she wasn't just in the room, she often flew over it. But with success came attention, and with attention came scrutiny. Especially from the men she left behind, her relationships weren't just footnotes in her biography. They were defining moments. These romances, breakups, and scandals shaped the public perception of her long before she was linked to Jeff Bezos. And they offer clues into the woman behind the headlines. Let's start at the very beginning. With a rising NFL star, a young romance, and a child that would tie them together forever, Lauren's relationship with Tony Gonzalez, legendary NFL tight end, was more than a fling. It was formative. The two met in the early 2000s, when both were on the brink of their respective careers exploding. He was a rising Kansas City Chiefs star, she was a glamorous TV personality climbing the ranks. They quickly became serious, and in 2001, Lauren gave birth to their son, Nico Gonzalez. But while their love fizzled, their parenting didn't. Despite breaking up, Gonzalez and Sanchez have often spoken highly of each other in public. In an interview years later, Tony called Lauren an incredible co-parent and praised her for prioritizing their son's well-being above everything. We had our disagreements, he admitted, but we both showed up for Nico no matter what. They were frequently seen together at school events, holidays, and most notably, at Nico's college graduation in 2024, where Lauren, Jeff Bezos, Tony, and his wife October sat together like one big unconventional family. Privately, sources say Tony was once frustrated with how fast Lauren moved on from their relationship. But over the years, he found peace with it. She's always been a strong woman, he said in one podcast appearance. When Lauren decides to do something, she does it. There's no stopping her. Tony never accused her of wrongdoing. If anything, he portrayed her as driven, sometimes to a fault, but ultimately loving and deeply committed to her children. Lauren's relationship with Anthony Miller was far less harmonious. A former NFL wide receiver, Miller got engaged to Lauren in the early 2000s, but their engagement didn't end well. In fact, Miller has been one of the few exes to speak publicly with resentment. In a 2019 interview that resurfaced after the Bezos affair went public, Miller didn't mince words. "She's trouble," he said. "I should have known. She moves fast. And she's always looking for the next big thing," according to Miller. Their engagement was a whirlwind and ended almost as quickly. "We were planning a wedding, and then suddenly, she's gone, no warning, just done," he claimed. He accused Lauren of emotional manipulation and
You was surprised as me at how jacked up he is? Like he hits the weights, this guy. He's
big brain, big.
tabloids. Lauren never responded to them directly, but friends close to her dismissed Miller's remarks as bitter ex behavior. Previously, we explored Lauren Sanchez's early romantic history, marked by two vastly different relationships, one rooted in enduring co-parenting with NFL icon Tony Gonzalez, the other a bitter breakup filled with accusations from former wide receiver Anthony Miller. But nothing prepared the world or the Hollywood elite for the firestorm ignited by her next chapter, a seemingly perfect Hollywood marriage that crumbled under the weight of scandal. In 2005, Lauren Sánchez married one of the most powerful men in entertainment, Patrick Whitesell, as co-CEO of WME William Morris Endeavor. Whitesell wasn't just an agent, he was the agent. With clients like Matt Damon, Denzel Washington, and Hugh Jackman, he operated in rarefied air. Sánchez, already a recognizable face on TV, had met her match in ambition and status. Their union quickly became the stuff of Hollywood dreams: red carpet appearances, Malibu dinner parties, and a combined Rolodex of the industry's most influential figures. They had 2 children together and lived in a sprawling California estate surrounded by wealth. privacy, and prestige. For over a decade, there's appeared to be a stable marriage, at least from the outside, but it
Beautiful.
Right?
They look beautiful.
35 mil is probably just a caterer for the party.
35 million is a lot. That's a big benefit for the city. All right.
Thanks, Mark.
According to sources close to the couple, the marriage functioned more as a partnership than a passionate love affair by the time they reached their 10th anniversary. One anonymous friend told Page 6 they weren't fighting or at war. It was more like two high-functioning professionals sharing a life. The spark was gone. Lauren, with her adventurous spirit, she had recently earned her helicopter pilot license, was reportedly feeling restless. Patrick, consumed with expanding WME into new ventures, was less interested in red carpets and more focused on the next billion-dollar deal. In 2018, Lauren began working more closely with Bezos on aerial filming projects. Her company, Black Ops Aviation, was one of the few female-owned aerial film companies in the U.S.
Just beginning.
You are preaching to the choir
Yes,
right
you are.
here. We love
So
you.
many
That's
things.
amazing.
It just gets better and better.
Turned personal when the affair went public in 2019. Through leaked texts, tabloid headlines, and a stunning National Enquirer expose, the fallout was explosive. What made it even more scandalous, Bezos was still married, so was Sanchez, and Patrick Whitesell had allegedly introduced the two. Insiders say Patrick was blindsided. One associate told Variety. He didn't see it coming. Jeff was a friend, he trusted him, and he loved Lauren, even if things weren't perfect. Another source close to Whitesell reportedly told People magazine that Patrick was humiliated. But despite the betrayal, he chose silence over spectacle. He never went on record, never gave a bitter quote, never dragged Lauren through the mud. Instead, he handled the breakup like a true Hollywood executive, quietly, quickly, and with dignity. In April 2019, Lauren and Patrick filed for divorce. It was finalized within weeks. There were no public disputes over custody or property. In fact, legal experts praised the speed and civility of the proceedings. Still, those close to Patrick say the emotional toll was heavy. A former colleague shared, "It shook him. He didn't expect Lauren to do this, especially not so publicly, but he never let it affect."
One time, Jeff actually told me that. He goes, "You know, you're an explorer." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yes." He goes, "You're a pilot. You like to..."
Involved for months before the affair became public. For Patrick, that was the ultimate betrayal, but Patrick Whitesell didn't dwell in heartbreak. Less than 2 years later, he remarried, this time to Australian model and actress Pia Miller. Their relationship was low-key but passionate. By 2021, they were married in an intimate private ceremony in Hawaii. After 2 decades in the public eye, Lauren Sánchez has built a life that many dream of, but very few understand. And in the shadows of her official relationships lies a string of rumored flings, billionaire whispers, and off-the-record encounters that suggest something deeper. A woman not just searching for love, but using proximity to power as part of a master plan. Welcome to the most controversial chapter yet. The billionaires, the media manipulation, and the rumored relationships Lauren Sánchez never confirmed but never really denied either. Long before her explosive affair with Jeff Bezos made global headlines, Lauren Sánchez had already become a fixture in elite circles, not just because of her job or her beauty, but because of who she spent time with. Insiders claim that Lauren was a regular face at parties in Bel Air, Malibu, and Aspen, events known for mixing Silicon Valley's tech giants with Hollywood royalty. According to a source quoted in the Daily Beast, Lauren had a magnetic ability to connect with the ultra-powerful without seeming desperate. She didn't just show up. She made people want her there. One of the earliest rumored flings, a venture capitalist whose name remains under wraps, but who was spotted multiple times dining with Sanchez at Nobu and Soho House between 2012 and 2014. The media never got a photo, but eyewitnesses told Radar Online they seemed very cozy and like more than friends. There were also whispers of her spending time with a well-known billionaire hotel heir. Though nothing concrete ever emerged, none of these men spoke publicly, some due to NDA letters, others perhaps out of discretion, but the pattern was forming. Lauren Sánchez was attracting high-value attention, and she wasn't shy about it. Another persistent rumor was Lauren's alleged romantic involvement with a powerful Hollywood producer, someone known for launching A-list careers and notorious for his control behind the scenes. According to entertainment blog Crazy Days and Nights, Lauren was rumored to have dated a then-married producer in exchange for exposure on a now-defunct Entertain. That's real. Together, they've gone to space, founded philanthropic ventures, bought islands, planned weddings, traveled the world, and through it all, Lauren has stayed by his side. Not as an accessory, but as a partner. So what do Lauren Sanchez's exes say about her? Some say she was the one who got away. Some say she never really arrived with pure intentions. Some still love her. Others wouldn't speak her name again if paid. But all of them. Every single one remembers her because Lauren Sánchez is not forgettable. She is a force, and while the world debates her motives, her methods, her morals, she continues to rise as a mother, as a mogul, as a myth. This isn't a story about a scandalous woman. It's the story of a woman who rewrote the rules, one ex at a time. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of the most controversial and compelling women in modern celebrity culture. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cinematic exposes into the loves, lies, and legends of Hollywood's most intriguing lives.